Coming to NBC, it's cutting ties with its NFL commentator Shannon Sharpe. The move coming after Sharpe, of course, the Hall of Fame tight end, settled a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and battery.
Right.
By yourself.
Just saying it's a crazy time. You can't afford not to like black people. You don't like black people enough, you could become one yourself. I'm not the only black man with a bunch of mugs.
For that, until Monday.
Katt Williams just snapped on Shannon Sharpe after ESPN dropped him, and he's not sugarcoating a single word. Katt's basically clowning Shannon, saying it's tough to feel bad for him when he ignored all the signs. After giving out all that advice like he was some life coach, Shannon still walked straight into the trap. ESPN cut him loose right after he wrapped up a $50 million lawsuit with OnlyFans model Gabriella Zuniga. And the timing got people talking. But here's the wild part. Katt already warned him right there on Club Shay. Katt looked Shannon dead in the eye and told him straight up messing around with white women could lead to serious problems. And now look what happened.
White women are as great.
And then Monique backed it up too. She gave Shannon some real talk and dropped solid dating advice. Straight from the heart and with no filter.
I'm with you.
Shannon brushed off every single warning. And now look at him. No job, public embarrassment, and trying to clean up a mess that could have been avoided. Instead of moving smart, he fumbled hard, dropped a big settlement bag on that model, and ended up splashed all over the headlines for the wrong reasons. And just when things couldn't get worse, boom, ESPN cuts him loose. Let's keep it real. What major network wants to be tied to a guy whose name is now linked to a lawsuit involving serious accusations? It's a PR nightmare, and XX are definitely thinking twice before bringing him on board. Now Katt Williams is out here basically screaming, "I told you so." Sources close to Katt say he's got zero sympathy for Shannon cause the man had everything. Respect, success, a platform, and he threw it all away over bad choices. One insider spilled that Katt didn't drop that warning about white women just to stir the pot. Nah, Katt had the receipts. He already knew Shannon was getting involved with that young OnlyFans model long before the lawsuit even hit. Katt saw the setup coming from a mile away. And when Katt brought up the whole Jonathan Major situation during the interview, turns out he wasn't throwing shade randomly. He was talking directly to Shannon.
I did. Bless his heart.
This just proves it again. Katt might crack jokes, but he doesn't lie. Shannon had all the warnings and he still didn't listen. And here's where it gets even crazier. Shannon actually thought that throwing millions at that OnlyFans model in a settlement would save his job and make the heat die down. But nope, ESPN didn't care. They cut him off anyway. And as for that model, she pulled the ultimate power move. Just 24 hours after the settlement news broke, Gabriella hopped on Instagram and dropped a bombshell. "Today, I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me for the past few years. This community has given me a life I could never have imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter." So, basically, Shannon retired her. She walked away with generational wealth thanks to one risky situation with a 50-something-year-old man who should have known better. You really can't make this stuff up. And people aren't letting Shannon off the hook. Not even a little. It's not just that he got played. Fans are now digging up everything. Folks are dragging him for that old clip where he said he wouldn't spend more than $30,000 on his own daughter's wedding.
I gave my daughter the budget. You got a budget.
What number, I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
Okay. So you can have a wedding with 30,000?
I don't know what you can have. I ain't the one getting married. Hey, y'all from the South, y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate. Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you're getting.
But now the leaks are coming out. And get this. Texts allegedly show Shannon admitting that Gabriella was charging him $25,000 per cheek. That's right, $50 per visit, and he was paying it. The internet is having a field day with this one. Fans are saying this whole mess needed to happen just to expose Shannon for the hypocrite he really is. Like seriously, he's out here dropping millions on a former ex-worker. But when it comes to his own daughter's wedding, he capped it at $30K. The internet's not letting that slide. And if you thought it couldn't get more humiliating, think again. Just days after Shannon settled that lawsuit and agreed to hand over a big payout to Gabriella, ESPN came through and hit him with the final blow. They officially cut ties with him. But here's the real kicker. ESPN didn't even put out a formal statement. People magazine reached out to them for a comment and they straight up ignored the whole situation. Like, Shannon who? They're acting like he never even worked there. As for Shannon, he finally spoke out on July 30th on his Nightcap podcast. He said he was at peace with the firing, but then admitted something heartbreaking. He begged ESPN not to announce the news until after his older brother, Sterling Sharpe, got inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Shannon said he felt terrible and had to apologize to his brother in advance cause he knew the scandal and the firing would completely steal the spotlight from Sterling's big moment. But Disney and ESPN called with it. They had no mercy, no delay, and no sympathy. They ignored his plea and let the whole thing blow up anyway.
Started by force.
After that, Shannon opened up more about his brother, saying Sterling told him it was all good and that everybody slips up sometimes. He had his back even with all the drama swirling around.
And unfortunately,
after all that, Shannon still took a moment to show love to ESPN despite how rough the fallout was. He kept it respectful and thanked them for the opportunities they gave him.
I really until Monday.
Shannon closed it all out with a heartfelt message to his brother. He apologized for all the chaos that ended up stealing the spotlight from Sterling's big achievement. He let him know just how much he loves him and reminded everyone that Sterling has always been his hero and biggest inspiration. It was a rare emotional moment that showed Shannon's softer side through all the mess.
Bro again. Yeah.
And you know what makes this whole situation even wilder? Shannon was about to lock in a massive $100 million deal. Yep, you heard that right. Before that lawsuit came crashing down on him. He was in serious talks to secure a podcast empire deal that would have covered all his Shea media projects including Club Shea, Nightcap with Chad Johnson, Club 520 Podcast, The Bubba Dub Show, and Humble Baddies. Front Office Sports even reported on April 18th, just 3 days before Gabriella filed that lawsuit, that Shannon was expected to sign a deal worth over $100 million. But now that whole bag is gone. Not only did he lose that deal, but he also got booted from ESPN and practically blacklisted from anything under the Disney umbrella. That means ESPN, ABC, Hulu, all of it. Doors slam shut. Once your name is tied to a scandal this public and messy, especially when it's about something this controversial, there's almost no coming back, especially in those tight corporate media circles. Shannon had the golden ticket and threw it away over a 19-year-old white girl he had no business messing with in the first place. And this brings it full circle. Katt Williams said it loud and clear. Nobody's shedding tears for Shannon. He had the power, the deals, the respect, the platform, and he fumbled it all with one reckless decision after another. But now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Shannon brought this on himself? Was ESPN right to drop him the way they did? And how do you feel about him handing over millions to an OnlyFans model while putting his own daughter on a tight budget? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your take in the comments below. We got more coming. See you on the next one.